How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back in another video. We're doing another first thoughts today. We're doing a first thoughts on Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. If you guys enjoy this video, if you enjoy the deck, if you want to build Ashaya, go down below, click on the TCG Player affiliate link, and buy your cards through that. You'll get it'll help the channel, a little money comes back to the channel, and I can improve the videos that way. More money means I can improve everything. So do that. Also, if you really want to support the channel, you can check us out on Patreon, join us in Discord. It's always fun there. So we're going to hop into this. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. This card is very cool. It's a very, very interesting card. It makes all your non-token creatures into lands, into forests specifically, which is interesting. There's a lot of ways to break this card though. Like you can make infinite mana very, very easily. You can use anything like Layweaver plus any other creature that taps to untap 2 lands. Say you have Layweaver in play, you tap it to untap itself because it's a land and another creature or another land, and you can just keep doing that over and over, and you make infinite mana. You can use Max of the Candelabra plus any like mana doublers or creatures that tap for multiple mana like Bloom Tender, and just make infinite mana that way. Nyx Bloom Ancient also works very well in there. Hope Tender plus any land that taps for 2 mana or mana doubler does the same thing. There's just a lot of ways to make infinite mana in this deck. So you can just make infinite mana, and you just like Finale Devastation, go grab Crater Hoof from your deck, and it's an infinitely big Crater Hoof, and all your creatures get massive, and you just seems good. Seems like a fun plan. There's also, because of the fact that it makes all your creatures lands, it can be used very well against board wipes. A lot of board wipes say non-land permanents, like destroy all non-land permanents, which can be very, very good in this deck. So if like an opponent casts Cyclonic Rift, your creatures will stick around. You could also, there's cards in mono green, typically actually more colorless, but there's cards that you can put into this deck that helps you break this parity. You can throw in cards like Boom Pile, you can throw in Oblivion Stone, Perilous Vault. All of these say destroy all non-land permanents. You just load the deck up with those, and you can pop them. Your creatures stick around, your opponents are gone. One-sided board wipe. I'm actually going to be throwing this card into my Boom Baby deck, my Child of Alara deck. It's a lands deck, and it means that I can pop the baby, and my creatures will stick around because they're all lands. Seems very, very good. Also, because of the fact that your creatures are all lands, that means they also enter the battlefield as lands. So any landfall triggers will go off whenever you play a creature. So, like Lotus Cobra, you play a creature, you get a mana. Rampaging Ballast, or Omnath Locus of Rage, you play a creature, you get a dude. Tatiova, you play a creature, you draw a card, gain a life. Like any of the landfall triggers, you can really profit off of them. It just makes landfall decks so much better because all your creatures are basically lands. If you put this inside of Omnath, the new Omnath, Locus of Creation, if you play 3 creatures, that counts as playing 3 lands, and bam, you get to deal 4 to your opponents and their planeswalkers. You play 2 creatures, you play a land and a creature, bam, you get 4 mana. It's very, very powerful. You can also go infinite again with Kyrian Ranger. So you play it, it's 1 mana. You can bounce a forest you can untap a land by bouncing a forest. Or untap a creature by bouncing a forest, and your creatures are lands. So if you have like something like Concordant Crossroads or something like that, you can tap a creature for mana, bounce Kyrian Ranger to your hand to untap that creature. You don't even need Concordant Crossroads. You just need Ashaya in play, and then the next turn play Kyrian Ranger. You tap Ashaya for a green, bounce Kyrian Ranger to your hand to untap Ashaya, play Kyrian Ranger off that green, tap Ashaya for green, and just loop that. So you have infinite ETB triggers, but you also have infinite landfall triggers. So you can make infinite dudes with Rampaging Ballasts. You can draw your whole deck with Tatiova. It can be very, very powerful there. Let's see. Also, like Tatiova, I know cannot go in the deck because if Ashaya is the commander, I'm just using it as an example because it was one of the first things that popped to mind. Timber Protector seems like a really cool card in this deck. It gives all your forests indestructible, so basically gives all your creatures indestructible. That's powerful. That's very, very good. Nissa Who Shakes the World, they're turning into forests, so why not make it so they tap for double mana? Seems like a shoo-in in the deck. Especially because it's already mono-green deck, so you're just basically all your lands are going to tap for double because you're going to almost entirely have forests. Earth Surge. This card's a little jankier, but it gives your creatures, if they're lands, +2/+2. So all your creatures are becoming lands, so you might as well give them the +2/+2 boost. Field of the Dead. This seems disgusting in the deck. It's especially because it's like singleton format, so all your creatures are going to be the only one in your deck with that name. So Field of the Dead in play. Whenever you play a creature, you're also making a zombie. If it didn't say non-token, it would just be an easy... This card would be busted if it didn't say non-token. It would just go infinite all the time. But it's just each creature you play gets you a zombie. That seems good. You can even use Darksteel Garrison in this deck, which it's a fortification. It's basically an equipment for a land, and you can attach it to your land, which is going to be a creature, to give it indestructible, and whenever you tap it, whenever it becomes tapped, you can give target creature +1/+1. So it's kind of cool. That's kind of a jankier card, but I mean, it is equipment basically that gives indestructible, so that's actually very powerful in the deck. Like, if you give that to Ashaya, then you're pretty much golden from a lot of board wipes. And nobody really plays Mass Land Destruction, so you don't really have to worry about that. And so, yeah, that's everything I have for Ashaya. I think that she's going to be a very cool commander. I think that she's going to be really, really cool inside of certain decks. I think there's a lot of potential with this card. It seems like a fun card. It's very, very different. There's not a lot of cards that are similar to this. And I like that a lot. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, comment down below. Let me know if you're going to use Ashaya in a deck, if you're going to build Ashaya. If you are going to build her, let me know if there's any cool cards I missed. Let me know if there's any cool tech that I mentioned that you didn't think of beforehand. And, yeah, if you're going to buy any of these cards, if you're going to build her, if you need a copy of her, go down to the affiliate link down below in TCG Player and buy them through there. Gets a little kickback to the channel, helps me out. And support the channel by checking out Patreon and like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.